بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Dear brothers and sisters, welcome to the 9th episode of the Ramadan series, The Daily Revival, presented by Serving Islam team and your brother Isa Ma. 2 units of Salah after sin. Imam Ibn Taymiyyah rahmahullah said, when the believer commits a sin, its punishment can be pushed away in 10 ways. 1. By repentance, and thus Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala pardons him, for the one who repents from sin is just like the one who had not committed the sin in the first place. 2. Or he asks Allah for forgiveness and is thus forgiven. 3. Or he does good deeds which by their nature wipe sins away. Innal hasanati yudhibna sayyi'at. 4. Or when his brothers from the believers make dua for Allah to pardon him, whether he is dead or alive. 5. Or when they gift some of their good deeds to him. 6. Or when the Prophet ﷺ intercedes for him on the Day of Judgment. 7. Or when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tries him with calamities in the life of this world, which erases sins. 8. Or when Allah tries him in the grave, which erases sins. 9. Or when Allah tries him on the Day of Judgment via its horrors, which erases sins. 10. Or when the Most Merciful shows mercy to him, when Ar-Rahman decides to have mercy on him, and thus he is forgiven. Imam Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah goes on to say, فَمَنْ أَخْطَأَتْهُ هَذِهِ الْعَشْرَةُ فَلَا يَلُومَنَّ إِلَّا نَفْسَهُ. If someone misses every one of these 10 ways, then let him not blame anyone but himself. Yani, there are so many channels of mercy, there are so many doors of expiation and forgiveness. If you miss out on all of them, then you are the one to blame. You are the one who didn't utilize these opportunities. You are the one who is heedless. So point number 1 and 2, repentance and istighfar, ask for forgiveness, are relevant to today's neglected sunnah. The Prophet ﷺ said, ما من رجل يذنب ذنبا ثم يقوم فيتطهر ثم يصلي وفي رواية ركعتين ثم يستغفر الله إلا غفر الله له. There isn't anyone who commits a sin but then gets up, purifies himself, makes wudu yani, prays 2 units of prayer, and then asks Allah for forgiveness, except that Allah will forgive him. It's a pretty simple formula. This is a sunnah that screams out in desperation, urging every sinner to revive it. And which one among us is not a sinner? We will most certainly fall weak. Perhaps we may trespass a limit of Allah in privacy, or at times even come out with the sin in public. This will not pass without repercussions. But is there a way out from such repercussions? Yes. And as Ibn Taymiyyah illustrated, it has been clearly signposted. One such signpost is the sunnah above, the 2 units of prayer after committing the sin. Apply it over and over again and do not despair. Thank you for watching today's episode. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.